Look at that. I'm wearing my own name. Hey guys, it's Ab. Welcome back to Book It. And as you can probably see, I do have a new desk. I still have my old desk over there, but I also have a new desk and I'm getting another desk. Long story. Basically, I had a desk and then my partner bought me a new desk because my other desk was getting kind of small and kind of cramped. So I got a bigger one. And then a week later, he won a raffle for a brand new standing desk. So we're going to have 3 desks by the end of this week. But for now, just the 2. But no, I wanted to move right along with our Twilight series and talk about New Moon. I cannot think about this. I can't think about this movie without hearing the, when it's the Twilight song where she's sitting there and all the seasons are changing and passing by because she's so depressed. That is what I think about, is the pages turning. And they do have it in the book where she just is going through the motions because, life sucks for her. But I'm pretty sure I marked it of just the back to back. It was just page after page of just October, November. Here it is. It's right here. October, November, December, January. Because when she literally sat in place and didn't do anything. So, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, do better. But basically, Edward leaves in New Moon. Oh my god, sorry, this desk is so shaky. Edward leaves in New Moon, and this is the first story where she's he's gone. I'm alone. I'm sad. So what does she do? She turns around and runs to her old friend Jacob because Charlie's I'm going to send you back to your mom because you're literally depressed. And she's like, no, I'm not depressed. I'm literally going out with my friends. Okay, whatever. So, Edward's girl bye. She's depressed for 6 months. And then she's, I'm going to start hanging out with Jacob again because, Jacob was her friend beforehand and he never liked Edward, so they didn't hang out before, and now they can actually hang out. And this is when we start seeing the transition between her being friends with Jacob. And there was never a love triangle. In the movie, they try to make a love triangle. There was never a love triangle. Bella was never in love with Jacob. She liked him as a friend, but she was never in love with him. And this is when they start doing all these dangerous things where they build motorcycles, they're jumping off cliffs. Basically, she realizes anytime she does something dangerous, she sees Edward as a hallucination because she's Pride Delulu. But she wants to make sure that she could still see him. So she does all these crazy things and is if I'm crazy enough, I see him. And she stops talking to her friends. So I put in here that she had to pull it together, but she stopped calling her friends and checking on them. So I understood when she was going through her depression that none of them reached out to her because she literally stopped talking to them. And it's such a true friend. But I feel Jessica and Angela was her name, didn't really want to be friends with her because they were really nice to her in the first book. And then after she kind of distanced herself with just Edward, they kind of never saw her, and they saw each other at prom for a minute, but they weren't really friends. Realistically, they were not friends. So Bella really had no friends except for Jacob. And then Alice comes back and is oh my god, Bella, you're alive. And Bella's what do you mean I'm alive? She's we thought you were dead. I saw a vision that you died. And she was no, I was saved. Jacob saved me. And she's I can't see what the werewolves do because Jacob is a werewolf. Spoiler, that's the whole point of this. And she's oh, I can't see what they do, so I didn't know that you were saved by them. And she's yeah, I was saved, I'm alive, LOL. And she's well, basically Edward thinks you're dead, so he's gonna go kill himself. Very demented for a 17-year-old girl to be going through this, but okay. So then we meet the Volturi, and I really like the Volturi. I know they're supposed to be evil, and you must like them. I really like them. I like Jane and Dimitri, but they all have their own superpowers, and basically they're a family that is all superpowered people, and they murder so many individuals. But not even the point. But we learned them, and there's she obviously saves Edward, and the Volturi is well, she's not a vampire. So if she's not a vampire, And he's like, no, like, we're going to change her, like, at graduation. Like, we want her to graduate high school first. And they're like, okay, well, if that doesn't happen, like literally we're going to kill her. And he's like, yeah, of course. So now he kind of has to change Bella, which she wants to be changed into a vampire, and he doesn't want her to be changed into a vampire. I don't know. But yeah, realistically, this book, I like this book a lot. It's not my favorite book of the series, but I like it better than Twilight because I do like seeing like Jacob and stuff like that. But the Volturi is what I really care about. Realistically, I want Stephanie Meyer to write a book all about the Volturi. I want to know Jane's story. I want to know Dimitri's story. I don't care about, like, they're just so evil, and I love that about them. And then we kind of go on this whole, like, questions of, like, so werewolves are real, right? So vampires and werewolves are real. And the story builds. But also, like, what else is out there? Are all monsters real? Like, are there such things as, like, goblins and fairies? We don't know. We never discussed in there. But if I was Bella and my boyfriend turned out to be a vampire and my best friend was a werewolf, I might be like, hey, what else exists? Like, does the Loch Ness Monster exist in this? Like, what does like Bigfoot, Godzilla, what other things are real? And yeah, but basically Edward comes back. Charlie is like, ugh, this guy, because Charlie does not like Edward. And you know what? We stan Charlie. So this is a Charlie fan page. So yeah, overall, this book, it's a 4 out of 5. It's a great book to read. I really enjoy reading this book every time going through. Twilight always gives me a little cringy. This is cringy because, like, Bella, where the hell have you been, LOCA? But, like, it's like funny cringe. I really enjoy this book a lot. I like that we get to meet some of the other characters. It's more about everybody else instead of just about Bella and Edward, which every book turns into just Bella and Edward, which I get is, like, the point, but I like the side characters too in this book. Side characters really shine through in this one, and they really make a comeback. A lot of the stuff that happens in the book is because of side characters, and realistically, I have always had the notion if you kill your main character in the middle of a book and your side characters can't carry the rest of the book, you did not have a strong book to begin with. And I feel like if Bella wasn't in this book and everything else was still happening around her, it's still a great book. So yes, that is it for this little video. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me out so much more than you can possibly think. Also, follow my Goodreads. It's linked in the description below. This will tell you every book that I'm currently reading. I will tell you right now, I'm currently reading the Divergent series because I'm trying to do, like, all of my dystopian society books right now. So I'm going to be trying to finish that series hopefully by the end of this week. It is Thursday, so hopefully by Sunday I finish all of them. But yeah, no, Twilight, this is so good. Watch the rest of them. This is the second one to come out, so we have the rest of the series, and we have Midnight Sun, and we have the short life of, what was her name? Something. I don't remember her name. The second short life of Bree Tanner. But yes, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye!